struggling to reuse your Figma text styles, headings, subheadings, you're still copy and pasting every single color, font family, weight, every single time, this is where your suffering ends. Because today, you will add an amazing Figma power feature in your toolbox to make your design life so much easier. Hello, MJ here. I'm a senior UI UX designer, and Figma Text Styles is our fire topic in today's episode because if you are not using textiles in your design yet, I understand you're suffering. But all that ends today. So let's get started with what are textiles. In our previous episode, we saw color styles. So you may already know that styles are just like presets. In the case of text, you can have a beautiful font, maybe it is bold, it has a font size of 16, and all of those together can make a preset, or in this case it's called text style. Easy, right? Now, in the case of colors, color variables are much better in Figma, but for text styles are still so much better. Important to know though, once you're more advanced in your journey, you might want to integrate variables into your existing text styles. But for now, we're not touching that. We're not doing variables because we're taking the quick, easy, and useful way to do it, okay? This is already episode 5 of the Smart Figma method that will take you from feeling slow and overwhelmed in Figma to working with clarity, confidence, and speed. And right now, you are right here in the ladder to become a Figma powerhouse. And today you're going to move up by learning this amazing power feature, text styles. So keep your excitement up and let's go to Figma. Okay, here I have a list of all the fonts I'm going to use in my design. I have my display text, which will be for big titles. I have one for titles, subtitles, heading, subheading, body link. That's the same as the body, but underlined. I also have one smaller text and then one for a caption. And let's say we have the first screen draft of our design, but we haven't really worked on the typography until now. So we want to apply these styles to our screen and to all future screens. Let's start saving all these text styles in Figma first. And we're doing that by selecting our first header or display in our case, and go to our right sidebar, scroll down to the typography section. Here you can see all the properties you have set up already for that text. So our font is called Oswald, it's regular, it's size 74, right? So let's click this 4 dots button called Apply Styles. Then we click the plus button to create a style. This style will be called Display. The description is optional, so we're skipping this. Then if you click on show more options, you can see everything that is going to be saved in this style. All the information comes automatically here, and it's basically everything you see in the typography section from the right sidebar. Let's click on create your text style. And congratulations, you just made your first text styles, which you can reuse in your entire design. And we'll see that in a moment, but before that, maybe you've noticed that the text color or fill, which is how Figma calls it, it's not saved in your text styles. So if I open this style, let's actually do that. So click anywhere in the background to see all your styles here in the right sidebar. And if we click this button, edit style, and check the properties, there is no color saved. So the only way to reuse the color here is by using our color variables, which we saw in our previous episode. Link in the description below if you haven't seen it. But if you already have the color variables named like we saw in the video, it'll become much easier for you to just choose the right one from your library, and it will automatically be linked to the right color plus the automated change from light to dark. So check the previous episode if you haven't. But before we go there, let's finish adding all our text styles. So the next is this title. Click the 4 dots, then plus button, then add the name, create style. This is so easy, and we just need to rinse and repeat for all the fonts in our list. One other thing to mention is that, for example, here our body and body link are exactly the same. The only difference is the underline. So you can make this body style first. So let's call it body. Okay, then click on the background to see all the styles. Then we're going to right click the body we just created and then duplicate with the duplicate option, right? And then we have an exact copy of the body. Now let's edit that by clicking on the button called Edit Style. Change the name to body link. Remember, we're making a body link now. Then we need to add the underlines, but we don't see that option here, and that's because it's hidden under more options. So if I click this button, you will see even more options, and this includes the underlined, and it's right here under decorations. So we click that and we are done. We can close the window and we can already see the preview of the underlined version right here. Okay, let's click on the background and we can see that we have added all our text styles. I did it off camera, but yeah, I already added all this list. And now we're ready to apply them to our screens. And this is very simple. Let's say we want this text to use the text style for titles. We simply click on the text element, scroll down on your right sidebar to the typography section, click the 4 dots, and you'll have here all the text styles you just added. So from here, you just click the one you're looking for. In our case, it's title. And it will automatically change to that style. And you might need to do a few fixes, obviously, because of the size and stuff. But yeah, now the color. Remember, the color is not included on text styles in Figma. So if we did our color variables correctly, like in our last episode, we can just go to Fill, 4 dots, and choose the color we already designated for this element. Of course, you can manually select the color if you like, but I will recommend you to do color variables because it will make your life so much easier. If you haven't used them, you might not even know how much this helps, but please use color variables. Okay, let's do the same for the body text. So click, go to typography, 4 dots, and choose the style. And in this case, we're choosing the body style. Then choose the color, and that's it. It's very, very easy. Now, it's very common as a beginner, or even if you're just brainstorming ideas in your design, that you maybe made a style that you don't need anymore. It's very easy to delete them. You just need to click anywhere in the background, and on your right sidebar where you see all your styles, just right click this style and then just click delete. That is very easy. Another common use case and a super handy trick is that if you already made a beautiful set of text styles and you want to reuse them in another file or project, you don't need to make them all over from scratch. You can just follow these steps. So first, select all the styles. So we're doing that by clicking the first style, hold shift on your keyboard, and then select the last style. You can also select one by one, but this is faster. So now that we selected all the styles, you right click and use the copy styles option. Then you can open your other file where you want to have them. Right click anywhere in the background and choose paste here. And now you can see all your styles in this new file. Very easy, right? Of course, there's other ways to do it, like publishing your libraries and such, but this is the easiest way to do it, okay? If you still have questions about text styles, feel free to ask me. I'm here to help. But now, I feel you're ready to use your text styles in your own designs. So your homework today will be to design 4 text styles, one for a heading, for a subheading, for a body, and for a body link. Then add them to your text styles and test them out. And when you finish, just let me know how it went. And congrats, you officially move up the ladder again and are one step closer to become a Figma powerhouse. But you don't need to stop there, because in our next episode, we're putting everything we learned together to create a mobile app design from scratch. Step by step, with all my personal pro tips that will make your design life so much easier. I'm sure you don't want to miss that. So subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button just so you can see the notification of our next episode that will appear here when it's published.